let's go back to the early days. When you first entered the house, you're getting to know everyone, right? Who were you first drawn to work with?
Yeah, I was first drawn to Felicia, her being older, me caring about older adults. The second person was Izzy, also being part of the LGBT community and in the arts. The third was Red, because he's such a specific personality, and I felt like I could relate to him.
It's very interesting to compare you being on the block to Riley being on the block. You said you wanted to teach Riley a lesson, right? And then we see your alliance wanting to teach you a lesson, right? But after you apologize, you thought that maybe you should be forgiven. What is the difference here?
Well, what I'll say is that I think that what about Riley was about accountability, right? And that was the lesson was about accountability. And my alliance holds me accountable, and that'll be a lesson to also be told. And the truth of the matter is I was apologizing regardless of whether they say or not, because that's all that matters, right? Is basically making amends for the things that you've done wrong. And that's regardless of winning, that's regardless of the money, that's regardless of being safe.
So you've talked about how you would still be loyal to the professors after all of this, but I mean, Riley just like casually mentioned targeting you. She didn't actually put you on the block, right? And then Felicia, Suri, Izzy orchestrate this whole blindside lying to you, right? Like what? Why would you be loyal to that?
Because what I'll tell you is that you have limited information. You're making the best decisions you can. And what I had heard is that Riley had put my name out there. Cam brought it to me. I was already sort of on the outs. I started off as a have not. I was not in the Power Alliance. I knew that I was a smart player and would be a target. Just a casual mention would be sufficient enough to basically turn a seed into a tree. And I was really worried about that. I was really worried that if my name started getting thrown out there, that other people would use my name and I would be targeted soon. Um, Related to the people who backdoored me, I think that we make mistakes. I made mistakes with them. If they can forgive my mistakes, I can forgive them for theirs, right? That's how, forgiveness leads to connection leads to hope, and hope leads to love. So, I think all of that is, and families fight,
Mhm.
right?
It seemed like you and Corey might have had a rocky start, right? And then this week, he ends up being the person to stop the flip to save you, right?
Yeah.
But did you realize that maybe you needed to nurture that relationship more?
I tried, right? Like the day before that eviction, I spent 3 hours talking to him, right? Like I did try
Mhm.
to basically find connection again. I think that Corey had made his mind up, right? And as much as he says that his mind was not made up, I think that, he and I had a turbulent start, right? And the truth of the matter is, if he's preserving his own game, getting out a big target this week would be reasonable. He's comfortably situated in the middle. So he has no reason to basically want someone like me to stay. So I think he's playing a good game that way. And, unfortunately, Corey and I just weren't able to repair what was broken at the beginning.
This secret with Jared and Sari is pretty shocking, right? Have you learned yet, though, that Izzy knew the entire time?
I did not know that Izzy knew, right? I did not know that Izzy knew.
We assume she just recognized, that's what she said. She just recognized them. So from the get-go, she's been let in on the secret.
Yeah, I mean, Izzy watches a lot of reality television, right? So Izzy is a super fan of this game. She's a super fan of Survivor. And the truth of the matter is it doesn't surprise me that she actually put two and two together, which makes sense why she and Suri are really aligned, because they are keeping a secret amongst themselves, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I didn't know that Izzy knew, but as far as the shocking secret, like I was so busy trying to keep my alliance safe, I wasn't really paying attention to things like that.
The situation with Luke, when he made his statement, you made a face and kind of exited the room, right? And then we find out later you hadn't actually heard him. Is that correct?
No, I had never heard Luke, right? And had I heard the comment, I would have responded to that, right? Like, I'm
Mm,
not complicit in racism. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think the way that the producers handled it was appropriate. I was literally basically holding the door, waiting to actually go to shower. I was just trying to
mm.
get out of it. I was just trying to have a shower, right? Like, and I was holding the door open for Corey, wondering like why he wasn't coming to shower, right? So I didn't hear it. Had I heard it, I would have responded to it. The way the producers handled it was perfect.
Mhm. Well, you were very entertaining to watch, Hisam. Thank you so much for your time today. You were.
Oh, I'm glad. At least I'm glad about that.
I'm glad I got your laugh. Thank you so
Yeah, of
much.
course, of course. Like, I give it freely when I enjoy something.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much, Sarah.